So, hey ladies, and this is for the ladies. I'm making a video today talking about self-esteem. And I think it's a topic that a lot of women, we struggle with this. And it's taken me a long time to get to the place where I could even give someone advice about how to have a healthy self-esteem. But I think I'm to the point where I can give you guys some solid advice. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to my girl Kana for encouraging me to even make this video, because I've been slacking on making videos and she gave me a really good topic that I would love to speak about. So I would title this guy, I got 99 problems but self-esteem ain't one. So here we go. The first thing that I would love to talk about is especially with us women, is how much we care about our appearance. And so your appearance does not dictate who you are as a person. You have to know that. You have to really dig deep into that and confess that over your life. Your appearance does not dictate who you are. You could be the most gorgeous person on the planet and still be the ugliest person to come across. And we all know that because we know people who are beautiful but who are hideous on the inside. And that's just the way that it is. And that's okay. But no one cares that much about your skin or your hair or the way that you're looking. They don't care. Honestly, your friends, they love you for your personality, who you are. The world loves you for what you bring to the table. And your family loves you just because you exist. I mean, they are not thinking negatively about anything that has to do with your appearance. We think about our appearance and things that we don't like about ourselves. I hate my thighs, I hate my arms. There's always going to be something that's the physical of what you hate about yourself. And eventually, if you don't like your thighs, they're only going to get as small as they can humanly possibly get. And that's that. If you have thicker thighs, then you got thick thighs. That's it. Be happy about your thick thighs. A lot of people like it. So, don't fret. There are many men who enjoy a good old thick thigh. But you really want to make sure that you don't focus on your outside appearance and base that on why people should or should not like you. It's all about who you are on the inside that matters. And that's what people, good people, they're looking for companions and friends and acquaintances that are good people. And that has to do with everything that's on the inside. So let's try to focus more on what's on the inside rather than what's on the outside. And really quick, I have spent an absurd amount of money on my hair throughout the years of my life. I'm 31 years old. I'm embarrassed to say how many thousands of dollars that I could have saved. I could have probably put a down payment on a house. I have spent that on my hair, okay? And it was because I thought that people would like me better if I had Brazilian, long, or Cambodian hair, and I needed it from that country. I wanted the best hair I could get to put on my head, sew it in, so that I could, be more acceptable to people who I thought would like me better. I thought that I could get a better job, or, guys would like me better. And it turns out that when I got married, my husband was like, can you please wear your hair natural? I really prefer that look because it looks so great on you. And I was surprised and amazed because he really just liked the way that I looked naturally. And I had been fighting that for so long. And now look, I mean, these curls are popping. What was I thinking all these years? Thinking about the outside, really, I really needed to be working on the inside on who I was as a person. So your appearance doesn't really matter that much. Stop sweating the small stuff that has to do with the outside. Inside is all that matters. Another thing I could tell you is that, you know, not everybody is going to like you. That's it. You can't make everyone like you. There are going to be people who don't like you, and you can, you know, rack your brain with why don't these people like me? I'm so nice to them. I go out of my way. I'm respectful. I'm courteous. And you know, maybe they just don't like you. Maybe they're insecure about something that has to do with them, and therefore they can't like you. And that's fine. You don't need to try to make everyone like you. No. Stop doing that. The only person that really needs to like you is you. You need to like love yourself and be comfortable with yourself. That way when someone comes across and they're like, you know, still rude and mean to you for no reason, you can take that and kind of just say, you know what, I accept that they don't like me, that's okay, because when I wake up in the morning, I like myself every day. And so I don't care if you like me or not, because I like me. So basically, it's the big, you know, screw you to all the haters. Another thing that I would say is that, you know, as women, we set a lot of huge expectations for ourselves. And we don't, you know, I say huge because they're always kind of dramatic and huge. And I know that as women, we're extremely emotional. So, you know, everything about us is kind of big. And we think that we can be superwoman. But I have a secret. You are not superwoman. You can't be superwoman. It's okay. There's only one of them. And she's not real. So, you know, it's okay. You don't have to be alpha woman, hear me roar, I can do it all, because you can't do it all on your own. You just can't. I used to be a kind of person that thought that I could literally do anything all on my own with zero help, and it's impossible to do. You end up stressing yourself out, feeling really depressed about it, then you start beating yourself up, you know, because you can't get all these things done. You cannot be the best at every single thing. The expectations you have for yourself, you know, I have to be the best wife, I have to be the best friend, I have to be the best at my job, I have to have the best career, I gotta be the rock of my family, you know, like, those are all things that we want to do, but you're not gonna be the best at everything. There are gonna be times where, you know, you second guess yourself, and that's cool. It's just life. But, you know, you can't be all of those things. It's going to be just too tiring for all of you. And, you know, when you're in that mind zone of like, oh, you know, I have to do all these things, I have to accomplish all these things, and then you don't accomplish everything and you feeling depressed, you forget about all the things that you have accomplished. So there are other things that you have accomplished that you just forget about because you're only focused on these extravagant things. So, you know, make a small list for yourself, maybe like 5, you know, goals that you want to set for yourself, and then just start notching those things down. And then once you accomplish all of them, you can go ahead and move on to the next level. But, you know, do not set this dramatic, huge list of things that you need to accomplish right now. Give yourself adequate time and allow that to manifest in its own self. So you're not superwoman, don't try to be. Another topic would be that I think a lot of times women often feel like they are alone with dealing with problems. Like they are the only person in the world that has that problem, and that it's impossible for someone else to have that problem because your problem is so bad. It is worse than anyone else's problem on the planet. And it could never be true that someone else has experienced the same thing. Well, that just sounds crazy coming out of my mouth. So you already know that that can't be true. You're never alone in any issues that you're having. there's always someone else that has not only a greater issue, but someone who has had a similar issue to what you're dealing with. You can reach out to friends, family, councilmen, whoever. Reach out to someone who you're comfortable with and talk to them. I guarantee you that during that conversation, they're going to say either they're going to share with you something that's going to shock you, where you're like, whoa, I don't even have a problem. Or they're going to share with you something that's, similar. And you'd be surprised, that you're not alone. Everyone has problems. There are a ton of bad issues and things that have happened in my lifetime where my friends, most of them are not even aware, and if I were to ever share some of those things with them, they would be shocked to the core that, I have experienced a lot of these problems. But those are problems that I had, not problems that I have, so I'm good with it now. But, you are never alone in your problems, and I have always found that reaching out to someone makes you feel a heck of a lot better, because, if your friends have never even experienced a problem like what you have, they're still going to uplift you in some kind of way throughout the conversation. So talk to somebody, because you're not alone. Really, I just want to get a strong message out there that as women, we always want to be confident and be brave and be respectful and be loving and be the change that's necessary. And we will and we are all of those things. It might not be that that's happening for you right now, but that's something that you're doing subconsciously that you don't even know it's happening. And it's a beautiful thing. Women, we are amazing creatures. We create life, and then we're responsible for nurturing that life and educating that life and loving that life. I mean, that's a lot on our plates. Now, wonder why our emotions are always all over the place, and that it's hard for us to control how we're feeling often. It's because, we have a lot on our plate, and that's okay. The point is just to kind of breathe through it and just, allow yourself to have these emotions and just be the best person that you can be. So, remember that today is a new day for opportunities, for growth, for newfound strength. And so, you go ahead. I encourage you to go ahead and just find that within yourself and start spreading it around, okay? All that confidence, just spread it everywhere to everyone, because you're wonderful, and you're beautiful, and you are wonderfully and beautifully made. So don't forget that. So that's pretty much it. I'll leave you today. If you like it, thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave them below. And go out there and love yourself and love one another today. That's it. Peace.